So normally, I say that these will be shorter, but there's a lot to probably look at, so no promises. But we are going to try to keep it short enough. Look over the gameplay. I like that it's widescreen. It's also like super cinematic, like the glare and everything. That's great. So far, looking pretty solid. Good attempt to beat. Unfortunate. I think maybe you could have won the 50 if you jumped. I'm curious now. Yeah, because it looks like you jumped a little late. But that happens. And you can't let that get to you, because then you'll just start giving away goals. So goals happen, you know. Here you made the decision to go for boost, which ends up working out kinda alright. But you might want to prioritize ball, because if you push up here, your teammates expect you to go. He's rotating back. You've got this teammate rotating back, and you know that this one's probably going to rotate back. So if you go straight to ball here, you have 50 boost. You should be able to get to the ball before him. But if you go for this boost, then whatever happens puts you kind of out of position. So if you go for your ball straight here, you'd be right here somewhere, and you might be able to get up and hit that. Here you're kind of able to get up to it, just not a very powerful hit on it. I do need to watch this again because I didn't really see. It looks like you turned the wrong way when you turned here. You should be turning this way and coming back to ball like that. And then you'd be able to get up quicker for it at a better angle as well. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like you got that boost pad right here. I think that's what you were going for as well. But you definitely could have been able to get it with 14. Unfortunately, that kind of leads to pressure on your side and a goal. But happens. You live and you learn. Here, I don't know. I honestly would cheat up for ball just because it doesn't seem like these are your actual like teammates. You look back, you see that the teammate is back there. And so what you should be doing is letting him go this way for boost, and then you're here to cheat up. You don't always have to do this, but since you're closest, you can take this boost and cheat up with your teammate. But if you do know these players, then going to the right here works fine, because then your teammate can get both of these two boosts, this one and the one down here, and cheat up on it. I don't need you to tell me that the thing is up there. So you have 70 boost. You know you can probably take your time there, because right here when you see this, you know you don't have to go full boost. It looks like you even use boost right here. Yeah. I'd let go of boost right here and probably hit break. It looks like you jump a little early too. If you jump here, you might level it out to get that shot, but you know there's two defenders back. So in this situation, you're either going to do one of two things. You're going to slow it down and pop it lightly so that you can follow it up and try to get a 50 in the air, or you can bang this right here, and that's probably the best option because there are two defenders. So you want to get it at least past one and make the other one uncomfortable. Putting it up here definitely will make one of them jump and probably miss, and then this one will be in a really tough situation. He can go up, but it's going to come off the backboard. And it looks like your teammate is either going to be ready or this guy's going to be ready. So I'm not sure what happens. Yeah, it looks like this guy might have been ready to to follow that up. Which it kind of works out the way I said with the backboard, but intentionally putting it backboard probably would have gotten a better touch, or where it needed to be. That was good keeping that low because you saw the enemy up high. Good patience. Kind of a critical shot. I'd say go full faith here, because I'm not sure. I don't remember what rank you said you were, but I'm sure you have the ability to shoot this. Sometimes you just might get nervous, but what I've realized is that just going for this, there's no risk. Your teammate popped it up just for you, and he's going to rotate back, and your other teammate is probably behind you. He's probably not going to jump for this. So if you go and you take a really risky shot and try to get it into net, you have teammates back to rotate back and save it. But if you go for a soft touch, this guy's going to save it. And right now you've got a really good chance of getting this in because two of their defenders are going for boost, or on this side at least, and you've only got one defender. So I think if you took your time and tried to get a shot, whether it goes up here or maybe it bounces on one of the sides, at least trying to hit it in the top area of net, I think you would have probably gotten at least a score off of this, whether it's you or your teammates. That actually ends up working, though, which kind of surprises me. Did they commit that hard to it? Oh, they didn't clear it very well. That's unfortunate for them. But just have faith in yourself, especially if you're in that situation, because you know that your teammates should have your back. And if they don't, all good. That was a good aerial win. I'm unsure. It looks like your fast aerial's a little bit slow, which is probably what happened here. Yeah, that's definitely what happened. You should be using your second jump. Jump. You should be using it near immediately. So your second jump should already be off at this point, and you should be at least near the same position. You should be tilting back as soon as you jump, which you're doing. But your second jump doesn't seem to get off. It looks like it's flashing twice. One. I only see one jump though. You should be basically double jumping during that. It's really difficult to lean back and do all that really quickly, but if you can get that, your aerial should be looking like, if you jumped right here, your aerial, the way that people fast aerial in high ranks, they would be up, directly up here, and then this is where they'd be hitting the ball. But it seems like you go up and kind of sweep up. I can't draw. Up and sweep into the ball, and then you hit it like that from down here, and that seems to get. I mean, honestly, you win the 50, but that's not always the best option, especially if this guy is any faster. I honestly think he should have beat you to this ball really quickly, but he went for a shot on your net, expecting it to go this way. He would have, if he had been any higher ranked, he would have hit it this way, and you would have been too slow to this. So just, I don't know, practice getting up to these aerials a lot faster, because the angle you're coming at is not horrible, but it's not beneficial to your game speed. And maybe that's not like the key thing you're looking for right now, but if you're like trying to make it up into champ or champ 2 or so, then it's probably going to be a bit difficult to get there without, getting that quick aerial off and getting that game speed. Because a lot of times, at least in threes, it's about beating your opponent to the ball. So here we see another another 50 from your teammate here, you should trust that your teammate will get a touch. If they don't get a touch and it goes this way, your teammate will be back. So keep staying here. Maybe you want to, wait because you're not fully trusting your teammates, but you have 87 boost, or even more than that. I think it's going to go up when I press play. But you have a decent amount of boost. So even if this like miraculously goes right past him and then this guy bangs it, you will be able to turn around and go back full speed and get there in time. So what you should be doing here is staying a little close, and if it goes to the right, your teammate will be back. If it goes to the left, you can chase it and go this way, and if it drops down like it does, you're able to shoot it. My thing here is that this happens a lot, and even in high ranks, and it's kind of tilting when you're this guy, because I'm sure you've done this before where you've centered it and no one's there. There's no risk if you don't see your teammate anywhere on the screen. There's no risk in going up here, because if he gets the win, again how I explained it, it'll drop and you'll be able to shoot. But if it doesn't, your teammate's got it. Make sure you keep that pressure, because in this situation, that's a huge goal scoring opportunity. You're quick to get back to it though. Unfortunately, that leaves you a lot. That leaves a lot of leaves you with a lot less boost than you should have. You have 100 here. You should be, as soon as you see this go this way, you should be front flipping towards it. Do not full boost, because you can actually. Let me turn off this screen. Sorry. Right here, you'd be front flipping, saving. You'd be in the same spot probably if you front flipped. You'd save, near 50 boost, which is pretty critical, because then you could probably pull something off in this corner wall. Interesting that your teammate waited. I think it looks like he grabbed full boost. Oh, he went, okay. So it looks like he went for boost this way, and then he has to turn back and come back this way for ball, because he kind of, instead of going this way, he went this way. So as soon as you see that, it's good that you waited here for a second, because you could turn up wall if he banged it. But as soon as you see that, it's just good to keep rotating back like you are. Good decision to let it bounce. It looks like a little bit of hesitation, but we won't harp on that any. Because you've done that. Here, again, hesitation. This one I will harp on, just because if this guy's going, you've got to get a 50 in case because if he shoots it, you don't have anyone behind you. Your teammate's here and over here, as you saw previously. So you kind of have to at least try to go for a 50 on this. As soon as you see it going over, you know your teammate's going back this way, and this guy's out of the play. So you've got to try to get pressure on this ball. If you completely go and completely miss, at least you tried to get him confused on the ball, and that'll give your teammate time to rotate back and save this. But not going at all actually could really damage your team. It's good that you didn't use too much boost there, because you saw that it was a bit confusing with your teammate. Those you can just practice in free play, or in training packs. Just practice getting off the back wall in those weird angles. Those will take time. It's best that you did what you did to try to go for it, because you learn from that. Your teammate should be letting you have ball there, but if they don't, you gotta rotate back like you saw. Wait for his touch. Interesting. So here you knew, at least I think you knew, when you saw the enemy over here, you knew that he was probably going to wait for a pass. because he's got two teammates, one here and one in that corner. And so when this pops out, you can jump through this a little earlier, but I don't think at the rank you're at they're going to jump and try to instantly put this in. I think around C3, GC, players would already be trying to go up for this. They'd probably be here and starting to jump. So yeah, you'd have to jump for that, but just be prepared, because even though these players are a tad bit slower, they are pretty fast. So defensive speed, it never really hurts to just push up on that ball, even if, yeah, like there too. Just as soon as you see that, just jump and try to get it. You have two teammates committed. If they put any pressure on this ball, they've only got one person up. There's one here and one over here. If they put any pressure on this ball, it's most likely going to your net. So you kind of have to put pressure. And with 81 boost, or 84, 80, I don't know. That's where it was when I saw it. You don't have too much that you're really risking by going for it, because you have enough to recover. Good beat there. It's good to let your teammate go. You didn't need the 100, but there's not enough pressure on your side to be like, oh, I shouldn't go for it. So it works. Again, your quick aerial's a little bit... I'm not sure. You should be going almost straight up here, but you keep going forward, which causes you to hit it a little weird. So I'm not sure exactly what advice to give you, but I'd say practice getting to the point where you're pointing straight up as fast as possible. Here you have 0, so try to keep it a little closer. That pop is kind of inevitable. Because you can't prevent it, you should be jumping here to at least try to get the 50. It took you a little too long to try to get the jump. But there was an attempt. Unfortunate, your teammate could not get it. Still can bring this back, though. That kickoff was alright, but unless you're 100% able to get to that ball, it might be better to just try to stall it, to be honest, or to get it to go really fast up into one of these corners. So you do your front flip here. You should actually, instead of be turning like this, you should be going straight, exactly how you're pointed right now. You should be going straight this way, and then flip again into the ball. And that'll cause the ball to either go shooting this way, or it'll stall in middle. And that'll give your teammates some time to get to it. Because most likely one of them is going to go for boost, and the other one might cheat. So you should be covered either option. Here instead, though, you hit it, which it kind of works. You hit it to the left because you beat him. But then what happens is it almost always at least, hits this corner, and that's really hard for your teammates to read. Plus, it leaves you with 0 boost, so you're probably going to go to the same corner it goes to, and this will confuse the heck out of your teammates. So I might suggest against that. Here you went a little too high on wall. A lot of people will go wall on backboard to do the backboard defense, but staying on ground is honestly the best option. Here, this is a wacky play. I don't know if you want me to talk about this one, but I'm going to, just in case. It seems like, I don't know, it just seems like you're not really wanting to risk too much, which is okay. But either way, if there was an enemy here, you want to beat them to the ball. You want to be, if there was an enemy right here, you would still want to jump and try to get a 50 on it, and you're hesitating a bit too much. But then here you can rotate immediately back. I wouldn't turn back up for this. The reason why is because you got bumped right here. And so you know immediately one's going to be in net. So if they shoot straight down into net, this guy's going to clear it. And if they miss and it goes over here, they're both going to be upfield. So you're third man back. So don't turn back up for this, but instead just go right back to your side. Fortunately, he hits it up towards his own net, but good speed on defense. So now it seems like you're a little bit more confident in your defensive speed, which honestly really helped your team. Yeah, because you guys got that offensive speed back because of that. Here you should have risked. You see that your teammate isn't going to go for that, and there's actually no defensive or there's no like orange team opposition pressure. So going straight up and just jumping for it and trying is at least something. You have 83 boost. You can risk using 50 of it and then 30 to get back, and that's perfectly fine. You probably shouldn't use 30 to go back, but now you know you spent a little too much time pondering it and then didn't like beat the enemy to the ball. Good decision to just go back here, keep control. That works. But what I'd suggest is practice starting to catch this ball. So right here, don't flip into it, but place your car right here instead and keep going this way so that when the ball lands, you can dribble it and then flick it. Or if you're going to do this, what you're doing, you've got to get that half volley. As soon as it hits the ground and starts bouncing up, that's when you've got to do your flip into it. Otherwise, you're going to get a really weird flip like this, and it's not going to go to their side. It's going to stop middle. Teammates are getting good 50s. You got to be closer, which works. Be backing off to allow some room. Good challenge. Good speed there. It looks like you're finally a little bit more confident in your own ability, which is good. I think that's beneficial. At least in that situation where there's not like really a penalty for going for that. It seems like you're riding a bit too close to teammate, but I understand because that happens to me a lot. So you should have gone for ball as soon as you see him land. This is more like just team awareness. You see him land, and it looks like he's facing this way. I can't really tell with the bit rate, but yeah, he's facing this way. So you know he's probably going to want boost. You have 71, so you don't need to go around. You could probably just cut here and go for this. Probably would have worked out a little better. Teammates gotta get a touch. No. You were a bit too far forward. So you, when you rotate back, you should be rotating back net. So you should be going here and waiting. Probably need to reverse it a bit more so you can see. So I'm going to move this. Yes, cool. So you're going to need to go here and stop here. This is where you should be positioning yourself. But instead you rotate forward to the front of net, which kind of puts you in a bad position. It also opens you up to demos. This guy could have demoed you if he was paying attention. But as soon as this guy comes down, I'm pretty sure he's the one that demos you, right? Yeah. So it kind of opens you up to being a target if you're not in position, in a good, solid position to save. Here, that's an awkward, corner clear. So it's good that you kind of, oh, not yet. I thought you did. Right here, you should be noticing that it's not really going to go your way, and instead the enemy is going to get it, or the opponent. So hitting it probably isn't the best option. So letting them hit it first, and then you go, rotating all the way back, and getting your positioning stronger before going for the hit is probably best. They are going to get a good solid hit there, so you want to be back. You want to be ready to have your best defense, your best defense. Good trusting your teammate to clear. Unfortunately, as soon as you see him get a soft clear, this is when you should turn back. You should be turning your car this way because he's not getting a good solid clear. Even if you did follow it up with another one, it wouldn't pop high enough for you to make a shot. So just rotating back there is probably the best idea. You notice it at least, and you keep the team rotation going. Close. Yeah, that's an unfortunate play. Let me see. That was probably the most critical point, honestly. So you had a decent amount of boost here. So you could jump literally on the frame I'm at. You could be jumping here, and then you'd be putting pressure on this area of the ball, and it would keep it grounded instead of possibly going above you, because you wouldn't want it to go up here. Stop giving me advice on how to draw. I know how to draw. But this right here is the critical moment. You have 30 boost. As soon as you see that, you know that this is a threat now. There's only one person that pushed up, which means 2 are behind you, or in this area of the screen. So you should be turning, grabbing this boost, and going immediately back. Don't wait or, try to steal. Can this move? Don't try to steal enemy boost. This is a like a critical situation, and you can't always trust teammates to be back for this. So you kind of check to see, oh, can I still boost? Is it there? But then you realize this might not be the best situation, and you turn back. By this point, you could have probably been right here, and then gotten this boost. Let's actually see. Yeah, you probably could have gotten the boost and been around right here, I'd say. And then it's possible for you to have hit it up. That's like really heads up play, but if you were able to notice this right here and turn back immediately, it would have put you at a strong advantage to getting back. Honestly, that wasn't a terrible game, and I think you made a lot of good decisions. I think honestly, it's for some people it's wider rotations that hold them back, but I mean, your rotations are solid. You going to back post here, good idea. And you see him flip like that, it's good to go up the wall, which you did. Those just take a little bit of practice. And then your offensive speed as well. Going up for those quick aerials and trying to beat them to it is pretty critical. Here, I guess I didn't notice that before. Instead of going for a shot, you have 2 teammates up, and if he dunks you, if this player dunks you, he's got a teammate, right on him, and then one more defending. So you don't really want to go for a shot here, because this guy can block it. This guy's probably going to go for the block. And then this kid, if they both miss, is probably going to get the save. If it goes past you, this guy gets a strong clear towards your side, back into this corner. And then this guy's ready if he passes it, So you don't want to bang it upfield. Instead, as soon as you notice that there's a guy there, you should be trying to hit the ball here, in this area. So you'd be turning into the ball here. And then it would pop up this way, to which you could follow it, I think like you did previously. Let me see. I don't know where it went. Whatever. Anyways. Honestly, solid gameplay. Like I said, it's just those 3 things, really, is defensive and offensive speed, but also your rotation back. Just noticing, like in this situation right here, I think it was, you're trusting your teammate to clear. Yeah, right here. As soon as you notice he gets a soft hit, turning back. Those things will be pretty critical. Just quicker rotations back. Um, believing in yourself on your offensive hits, and then trusting yourself on your defensive hits, or at least pushing up and trying to get the 50s. Because if you give them too much time, they're just gonna bang it right into your net. So that's my analysis. You can tell I haven't done an analysis in like a month because I don't remember the buttons. But hopefully the visual arrows and stuff were useful. Um, but I appreciate you letting me give you an analysis. Hopefully, um, it was beneficial for you. And I really do hope to see you rank up soon. I mean, you've got some great potential. It's just I think you need to trust yourself more, um, and also get up for those quick aerials a little bit quicker. And I think you'll be set, man. I hope to hear from you soon and hear how maybe you ranked up or how these could have benefited you. Anyways, have a great day or night whenever you're watching this, and see ya, man.